On November 14, 24, the Teide Volcano in the Canary Islands experienced a swarm of earthquakes that lasted for several hours and involved more than 500 small seismic events. These earthquakes occurred under the caldera of the Teide Volcano, which sits beneath a region populated by nearly 950,000 people. The vast majority of the earthquakes, while numerous, were small, with the largest event only reaching a magnitude of 1.6, making them undetectable to people. These events were largely attributed to the movement of underground fluids, specifically long-term hybrid earthquakes, which typically occur when pressurized fluids, heated by magma, are moving within the volcano's subsurface. Teide has experienced many earthquake swarms throughout its history, with 118 such swarms recorded since monitoring began. These events usually happen once or twice a year, and although the recent swarm was one of the largest in terms of frequency and intensity, it does not pose an immediate threat of eruption. The pattern of seismic activity observed is consistent with what has been seen in previous years, particularly since 2010, when an influx of magma began accumulating at depth beneath the volcano. This accumulation of magma is slow, and the resulting earthquakes occur only when pressurized fluids and gases are moving within the subsurface. The hybrid earthquakes associated with this event have been relatively rare, with only 5 such instances occurring since 2010. This suggests a deeper, ongoing process beneath Teide, but the activity remains far below the threshold of eruptive danger. The magma is likely mafic, low in silica, meaning that it is not highly explosive and would be unlikely to cause an eruption. Moreover, if any eruption were to occur, it would likely be confined to the caldera, an area far from populated regions. Despite the unrest, the lack of significant ground deformation, and the small magnitude of the earthquakes suggest that this is not an immediate cause for alarm. Teide's normal alert level of green remains in place, and the activity is considered within the expected range for the volcano. The current earthquake swarm is just another instance of the volcano's normal background activity, similar to those seen every 19 months on average since 2010. This contrasts with the eruption of La Palma in 2001, which was preceded by stronger earthquakes and significant ground deformation. Therefore, while the earthquake swarm is notable and the presence of new magma beneath Teide is interesting, there is no evidence to suggest that an eruption is imminent. The volcano's alert level remains unchanged, and there are no signs of rapid escalation similar to what was seen at La Palma. The overall risk remains low,